Mabuhay! I am Angelo Villarosa of HM6B and I am talking about tax law. Tax law is the lifeblood of the government. Without the tax, that is 1/32 of every salary or wage of individuals who's working on public and private institutions, that is called income tax. The government might collide if the people fail to pay their taxes. Everything that is on grounds of the Philippine territory are taxable. However, international contracts such as seamen are harder to have tax because they are bound to contract by other countries. OFWs, educational institutions, and healthcare institutions they don't have to pay tax. That is called exempt tax. During the 2000s, people are addicted to these substances such as cigarettes and alcohol. So the government implements sin tax that is implemented in 2013, where it adds 5% of annually of every product cost that is manufactures and produces.
Mabuhay! I am Faith Audrey De La Rosa and I am going to talk about value-added tax. Value-added tax or VAT in the Philippines is consumption tax imposed the sales of goods, properties, and services. It is governed by National Internal Revenue Code NIRC of 1997 as amended by various law including Expanded VAT Law, Republic Act 9337, and the Train Law. The Bureau of Internal Revenue or BIR oversee the administration and collection of VAT. VAT is a 12% tax applied to gross selling price of goods and services sold in the Philippines. Businesses with annual gross sales of or receipts exceeding 3 million are required to register as VAT taxpayers. Certain transactions such as exports and sales of agricultural products may be zero-rated or exempt from VAT. Failure to comply with VAT regulation can result in penalties, fines, or legal consequences. VAT serves as a significant revenue source for the Philippine government fund infrastructure, social services, and national development programs.
Mabuhay! My name is Jewel Bolivar. I'm going to talk about the tax withholding in the Philippines in the system where a portion of individuals or businesses' income is automatically deducted and remitted to the Bureau of International Revenue or BRR before the recipient receives their full payment. There are three main types of withholding taxes in the Philippines. First, withholding tax. On compensation, employers deduct taxes from employees' salaries based on progressive tax rate 0% to 35%. Those earning of 250,000 or below annually. Second, expanded withholding tax applied to the professionals' fees, commissions, and rental income and other payment to individuals and businesses. And lastly, the final withholding tax, a fixed tax rate 20% on interest income on certain passive income like bank deposit and dividends. The withholding system ensures that taxpayers meet the obligation gradually instead of paying a lump sum at the end of the year. Business and employers act as withholding agents.
Mabuhay! My name is Miguel Gonzalez and I will be tackling tax exemption. Tax exemption in the Philippines refers to a legal provision that allows certain individuals, businesses, or transactions to be free from pay specific taxes. These exemptions are guaranteed by the government to promote economic growth, provide financial relief, and support social welfare programs. The National Internal Revenue Code of 1997, along with various Republic Acts such as Trail Law, Republic Act 1096-3 outlines the rules and eligibility for tax exemptions. One of the most significant tax exemptions is for individual earners, 250,000 or below annually. It provides under the Train Law, which reduces the income tax burning the low and medium income earners. Additionally, certain employees benefits such as 13-month pay up to 90,000 tax exemption. For businesses, the Creates Law offers corporate tax exemptions. and invest incentives to encourage investment in economic growth, especially economic zones such as those under the Philippine Economic Zones Authority.
Mabuhay! My name is Joshua Miguel Dulay and I will be discussing the case related to hospitality management in taxation. So, Thunderbird Pilipinas Hotels and Resorts Incorporation operated a casino and resort within the Poro Point Special Economic and Freeport Zone under a license from PAGCOR. In 2008, the Bureau of Internal Revenue or BIR issued tax assessments for deficiency, income tax, and expanded withholding tax for 2006, amounting to approximately 15.53 million. Thunderbird protested, arguing that as PAGCOR licensee, it was exempt from income tax under Presidential Decree number 1869, the Court of Tax Appeal or CTA ruled against Thunderbird, affirming its tax liabilities, leading the company to elevate the case to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court held that PAGCOR's tax exemption do not extend to its licensees, meaning Thunderbird was subject to income tax. Although Thunderbird was entitled to a preferential 5% gross income tax rate within the economic zone, it still had to pay income tax separately. The court rejected Thunderbird's claim that its 25% license fee to PAGCOR should be credited at its income tax payment. The ruling also upheld Thunderbird's liability for expanded withholding tax, emphasizing its responsibility to withhold and remit taxes. A 25% surcharge was imposed for failing to pay the assessed taxes on time. The case reaffirmed that tax exemptions are strictly construed and PAGCOR's licensees must comply with standard tax obligations unless explicitly exempted by law.
And with that would be all the compilations of our research, and thank you for watching.